7:30 is when we have Chelsea taking on Manchester City. They beat Spurs 4-1 on Monday night.
Yeah.
This is a totally different assignment, Timothy, with Manchester City coming into town.
It's a different assignment and a difficult assignment, just like Tony, the game against Spurs looked. But anything in a game can change the direction. I think the Spurs red card totally changed the outcome of that game. And we don't know for sure the way red cards are being dished out, what will happen. But man to man, it is a harder assignment for Chelsea.
Dangerous. Chelsea, of course, with that big win on Monday night, 4-1, takes them into 10th place on 15 points right now, sitting just at the edge of that first top half.
Yeah.
Very interesting for Mauricio Pochettino. For Manchester City, they currently sit atop 27 points.
Yeah.
Now is not the time they can start throwing away points. This is going to be certainly mouth-watering for Chelsea coming into this particular game. 4-1.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell the whole story, like you said. 2 injuries,
Yeah.
two red cards for Tottenham, ending 9 men, and with Ange Postecoglou continuing to be stubborn in that game and playing a high line, even with 9 men. It was very curious to watch in that particular fixture. And of course, the striker Nicolas Jackson bagging himself a hat-trick.
Yeah.
It might certainly have given a lot of boost to this Chelsea team.
Yeah, Tony, a win gives you a boost. A win over Tottenham then gives you a higher boost.
Especially that they hadn't been beaten so far.
And actually doing this away from home, I think Chelsea have something in them that welcoming Man City, they think they could go toe-to-toe with this City team.
It will be interesting to see, especially the matchups in this particular fixture, and especially how Mauricio Pochettino lines up in this game against Manchester City. He's not the kind of manager who likes to defend.
Yeah.
He's been struggling, especially with the personnel that's out injured right now in this Chelsea side. We know that he can be more positive, especially when going against the big sides.
Yeah.
He will be hoping that Cole Palmer brings his best game against his former club in this particular fixture.
And individually as Cole Palmer, I think this is the fixture I would like to have my best performance. I want to show my old peers, my former managers, that I am the man you guys lost. So I think Palmer will have something, the fire in him to
You'll be very motivated
to go for this game. But like you've said, Mauricio Pochettino likes an expansive game. He likes to attack. And I think tomorrow, instead of playing a back 5, he will play back 3. But that means Reece James and maybe Cucurella will move forward, because I don't see him going with a back 4 against Man City. He has to go cautious in that game.
It will be interesting when you look at this Chelsea side. Yes, they got the 4 goals, but the creativity has not yet been shown enough, especially the chances being created from the midfield. Enzo has not done so well. I said, of course, we cannot ask for chances from him, but we expect the guys who are playing a bit higher up. Raheem Sterling has been in differential form. Today is on, and then sometimes is drifting out of the games.
Gallagher has to be creative.
Gallagher has to try and perhaps be the creative spark in this team. He hasn't done so much so far. He has almost no assists in this season. He has to start turning up. If Nicolas Jackson is supposed to continue, especially giving them those returns, this midfield has to start producing. And against the side like Manchester City that has creative players, Foden in that team, we have, of course, Doku coming into very, very good form right now. Alvarez, Haaland. Now they need to start showing that they can go toe-to-toe with these teams.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea has to do that. And you don't have to forget, Tony, Mauricio Pochettino is a good tactician. He must have spent the entire week looking at how Man City play, and I'll not be surprised if he goes man on man, trying to neutralize the feed to Haaland. He's going to try and find a way how James can try to stop Doku. Maybe could be Grealish playing there, and then he has to focus more on also Foden. And then if he can cut that supply, they will have a chance.
This is not the kind of game where I expect that to happen. We know Manchester City have a very well-coordinated side. They play very brilliant football, even against big sides. They actually play better when they're playing big sides from the past few games that I've seen. Haaland, Doku,
Alvarez,
Foden, Alvarez. This is a lot of ammunition. I don't think Chelsea have a chance in this particular game, actually.
I don't think so too, but I am giving Chelsea something in this game, Tony, because we've seen Man City has dropped points along the way. They've not been the 10 out of 10 this season yet. They
dropped points when Rodri was out.
Yes, when Rodri was out, Tony, yeah. But I still think going to Stamford Bridge, that atmosphere is expectant. And Mauricio Pochettino knows if he can get something out of Man City, then that could kick off his season.
Pep Guardiola will be, of course, also coming into this one, rallying these troops, trying to continue their push at the top. Of course, they are 3 points ahead of Liverpool and Arsenal, so that gives them a bit of motivation. Yeah. Tottenham dropping points on Monday, of course, will be another one they'll be watching on Saturday when Tottenham take on Wolves. Yeah. So, of course, they'll be having an eye there. So perhaps the results from that game might also give them another incentive, depending on how Tottenham does against our Wolves on Saturday. This is another one. I think we might see goals.
Yeah.
A lot of goals. Yeah. I've gone for 3-2 for Manchester City.
I've gone for the reverse, Tony. I don't see goals in this game, and I've gone for 1-1.
That's a very interesting, curious result, actually. Very, very big one on Sunday. You cannot afford to miss it. Super Sunday, like we call it, 7:30. Manchester City will be taking on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Of course, we live for these kind of games here on the show. Share with us your predictions as well back home. We would like to hear from you. Thank you for engaging with all our channels, TikTok, Twitter, and of course, YouTube. We thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, we are brought to you by Muchuna, Pulse Flour, Super Ride Car Wash, Rainforest Coffee, and of course, Go Cleaners. With that, we have nothing left to say. Goodbye and enjoy the long weekend.
Bye-bye.